Movie review number 1265 is Night of the Zoopocalypse. Night of the Zoopocalypse is a 2025 movie directed by Ricardo Curtis and Rodrigo Perez Castro. Ricardo Curtis and Rodrigo Perez Castro. So I saw this movie on March 8th, 2025 at ACX Cinema 7 in Blue Ash, Ohio. And this movie has no opening world doors. All of the world doors are at the end of the movie. So this movie is a little bit like Night of the Living Dead or Night of the Living Pharmacist episode of Phineas and Ferb, but this movie is animated and it features animals, hence the term Zoopocalypse. Like the movie takes place at a zoo. So basically what happens is that a meteor unleashes a virus that turns zoo animals into zombies, and basically all of the animals are becoming zombies one by one. And when this happens, it is up to a mountain lion and a wolf who team up and lead a team of survivors to save the day and to stop this virus from turning all of them into zombies before it's too late. So I thought it was a pretty good movie. And also, this movie was originally titled Night of the Zombies. Right, Zombies. I like Zoopocalypse better. Because it's basically like an apocalypse, but it involves zoo animals. So basically, a zombie outbreak occurs in the zoo when an extraterrestrial virus carried on a meteor turns various zoo creatures into slobbering mutant zombies. And so it is up to a mountain lion and a wolf to save the day before all of them turn into zombies. So this movie has Gabby Cruz as Gracie. She is a young, quirky timber wolf who is burdened by her life in the zoo and is the leader of the survivors. David Harbour voices Dan. He is a gruff mountain lion who wants to return to the wild and is a little reluctant to trust the other survivors aside from Gracie. Scott Thompson portrays Ash, an ostrich. Paul Sun Huong Lee portrays Felix. He is a monkey who thinks he might be the leader of the survivors. Peter Simpson portrays Xavier, a red wolfed lemur. Heather Loretto portrays Frida, a capybara. Kyra David voices Fred, a gorilla who lives in the monkey house of Felix. Christina Nova portrays Poot, a baby pigment hippopotamus. Brian McAuley portrays Bunny Sewell. He is a rabbit who becomes the first animal to be infected by this virus. Of course, he accidentally eats this meteorite that carries the virus that makes him becomes the zombie. And Carolyn Scott voices Grandma Abigail, an old wolf and Gracie's paranoid grandmother. She is worried that something bad is about to happen. And in this case, something bad is happening to them, to all of the zoo animals. But with Gracie and Dan's help, they might be able to stop this virus before it infects all of them. And I like the dynamic relationship between Gracie and Dan. Gracie wants to be out of the zoo and explore. Dan does not want to be in the zoo at all and is determined to return to the wild. But let's just say that he has some trust issues with some of the animals, even with Gracie a little bit. But the two of them working together, they might be able to take down this zombie outbreak, and eventually they might realize that they can work together and become friends. Gracie might think about more of what wife can do to animals, but also she still might be determined to see wife outside of the zoo, and maybe Dan may not be as determined to return to the wild as he was in the beginning of the film. I'm not going to say what happens, of course, but I write how their relationship evolved from the beginning to when they met to at the end of the film. Yeah, this was a pretty good movie. Now, this is PG rated and is animated. So I will still say it's like the family friendly movie. Just a couple of intense scenes, like action scenes, a little bit, but it's PG rated, so it's kid friendly, I would say. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie. So that's my movie review of Night of the Zoopocalypse. Please tune for next movie review. Alright, goodbye.